Oh, I like this. Can I take some of these?
Yeah, I guess so.
These are super cute. The lollipop condoms.
That's half the thing I've got to speak about today. Unprotected sex and things, yeah.
You naughty.
I am. I love having sex. Who doesn't? And if you say you don't, you're fucking lying or you're either shit at it. My name's Matt, I'm 26 and I'm from Crewe in Cheshire. I am single. Love women.
What's your favourite position?
Missionary because of how much flexibility you've got with it.
Yes.
You can go from making love to each other to having the roughest, dirtiest sex. You can bite each other, strangle each other. I can play with a woman's clit, she can grab my bollocks out. You've got access to everything. I'm renowned for being extremely good at eating pussy. Most of them kind of freak out at how good I am at it. I couldn't possibly tell you the last time I had a complaint.
I've got a question. Do you eat arse?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's saying yeah, you know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, you know.
I would highly advise getting your arse eaten whilst having your clit played with.
Really? Ooh.
Highly would recommend that.
Okay.
Sometimes it's at least like 2 to 3, 4 people a week. I could have one person leave one day and another come the next morning. Definitely had lots of fun, yeah.
Are you getting an STI check?
Yeah.
Do you have one often?
No.
Do you think you should?
I should probably start taking it more seriously now.
Yeah, because you know what?
Oh, right, I've been summoned. Obviously had quite a few sexual partners and I've not been checked. So today we're here to do that. Hey,
Hi.
how we doing?
We'll have a seat. I'm Naomi.
Nice to meet
You,
you.
Matt?
I am indeed.
So what brings you in?
In the last year or two, I've had quite a few different sexual partners.
Okay.
I've not had a test in that period in time, so I'd quite like to have one of them done.
How many partners we had?
I've had about 30 sexual partners. I was with someone for about 7 years, and then I've been single-ish for about 2 years.
And condom use?
No.
With those?
Not once.
Them. Okay. Reasons?
There isn't any other than being a bit stupid, really.
You know, don't be silly, put a condom on your willy.
I know.
It's a good motto to have.
It is.
Have you ever had any symptoms at all?
A couple of weeks ago, I had a bit of discomfort just when urinating. I don't think it's anything to be worried about, but obviously I don't want anything to get out of hand or be worse.
Pain when you pass urine can be due to a host of reasons. The most common is chlamydia, gonorrhea, sometimes herpes. So there's lots of things, but I definitely think it's worth us checking. You said that you've had sex with several people, but you split up with this long-term partner. First of all, what happened with the long-term partner?
Just progressively, the relationship broke down. We just started to want different things. We were together for quite young as well. Like, I'd literally just left college and she was in sixth form. We had a house, we both had we had a mortgage, we had 6 pets and everything. We very much had everything so early. It was like we were all before our times, you know what I mean? I've not got a bad thing to say about it. I've not got a bad thing to say about her.
Okay.
She was my best friend as well as my fiancée. We were pretty inseparable. We did everything together. We split a few months before the wedding. Wedding was paid for, everything. I know, like, I loved her and she loved me, but we could not get on. We weren't compatible, do you know what I mean? It didn't mean we didn't love each other. We simply just didn't work. And that one really, really eats away at me day in, day out, because I don't know why. And I know she doesn't know why. And we trying to delve into why it didn't work with each other would lead to us fighting with each other. So now I don't feel like I'm prepared to give myself to somebody again. But I really, really want a family and to settle and stuff, and the idea of giving my heart to someone makes me feel a bit physically sick. It absolutely ruined me because I gave myself to somebody so quick. I wanted them so much and they wanted me, but we just didn't work. And it just doesn't make sense. No one could understand why we didn't work. I think I went very much into like a bit of a trance, put all the walls up and kind of used dating apps and social media and things as my blanket to sugarcoat everything. I constantly want attention, but it doesn't actually make me feel any better.
I think you'd benefit from seeing Charlene, our sex and relationship counsellor, today, just to give you some sort of pointers, I think, to get you out of this behaviour that's making you It sounds like it's making you kind of deeply unhappy.
I think I'm hiding how much it's eating away at me quite well at the moment.
In the meantime, I think it's worth doing some sexual health checks.
Yeah.
Test if you've gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV and syphilis, and we'll get the results turned around and we'll have them to you by the end of the day.
Cool.
You said you slept with at least 30 women,
Since-
none of them with condoms. So I'm just going to do these swabs.
26-year-old barman Matt is having a full STI screening.
So last one. Apologies. Okay, so that's you done with regards to your swabs. They'll be ready later today.
Cool.
Have a seat in the waiting room, and in the meantime, I'll refer you to Charlene, and
Cool, thank you for that.
she'll call you through and have a chat.
Thank you very much.
All right, then.
I was with someone for a long time. I met her get married, I was, and then a year after that happened, I joined like dating apps and things like that. I'd never had that kind of attention before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Multiple people within a couple of kilometres of you wanting to speak with you, wanting to sleep with you. And then it just carried on, and then it got a bit out of hand. I can't seem to stop the want for the attention and stuff.
You like sex, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Sometimes it could be like you just need to just do you.
That's the biggest, and I'm hearing that all the time, and that's the issue. I can't quite seem to do me because I constantly want to do other people. Constantly.
I love that. Oh, see you, Matt. Good luck, hon.
Matt's been called in to speak to relationship counsellor Charlene.
I don't understand what I'm looking for anymore. I don't understand why the attention doesn't feel like enough. I don't enjoy doing it and I can't stop myself.
So tell me a little bit about why you've come to therapy today.
Bits and bobs to do with like failed relationships and things like that, and it leads to me behaving quite erratically with my
Right.
sex life.
Right. So that relationship, how long were you in
About
that
7
relationship?
years or so.
7 years?
or
It's
so.
quite a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, it was. But then when it all ended, the defence mechanisms went up, the walls went up, and I'm seeing all these women, and that I'm having the best time ever. But there's been moments where it's been very hollow, felt very, very empty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get what I'm trying to achieve sometimes.
I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of hurt that's still kind of, that you're still carrying.
and I
isn't it?
think very much I suppressed it that much that I didn't realise.
You know, sometimes we try to do everything we can to make sure that the tears don't come up,
Yeah.
or to make sure that, you know, we're not seen as
Don't
weak.
show weakness, literally.
Yeah. And so with some of these women that you're engaging with, has there ever been anyone that you felt maybe something could develop here?
There has been ones where I've had like more of a regular thing with people.
Yeah.
And they've wanted to, and I've not been able to think of any feasible reason as to why I can't, other than literally being like, I can't.
It sounds like there's something about kind of a fear of intimacy there as well, for fear of getting hurt. And, you know, when you look at the word intimacy, it can be broken down into
Yeah.
kind of into me, see. So you're asking someone to look into you, really like deep into you. And it sounds like you're trying to get away from doing that.
I'm very, very scared of opening myself up to someone again, and like I don't feel like I can give myself to somebody again properly.
What's that about, do you think?
Defence mechanisms, not wanting to face facts, dealing with situations head on, things like that. Maybe not wanting to accept how some things ended.
Do you feel like you're to blame for
I
these
feel like I'm
relationships
definitely to blame for certain areas. Deep down, I probably blame myself, and knowing that I probably should have been better and could have been better.
How do you feel saying that?
It's taken a long time coming, that. Definitely.
I felt the emotion as you said that.
Yeah, I think we've nearly hit the nail, haven't we?
So yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need a minute in a minute,
Okay.
if that's all right. I blame myself more for the breakdown than I ever realised. And that I probably could have, should have been very different in certain situations. I don't think I addressed how stupid I was sometimes and wasn't the man that I probably should have and could have been. I don't feel like I was able to quite take the relationship seriously. With a bit of a Jack the Lad mentality, just maybe took things for granted a bit too much.
Life has a way of making us face things that we don't want to face sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Probably wish that maybe I did have a family and things now, because that's how I always thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And instead, I'm sat on Tinder and being a tit. I feel like that person, when that all ended, that person stopped there and a new person started.
You can obviously continue to keep sleeping with women, but I think what you're recognising is that it isn't filling that gap, is it?
This isn't doing me any favours. Like,
Right.
Like, I quite clearly have a lot of things to figure out, and I think I've realised that now.
What do you feel like you need to figure out?
I think I need to learn to love myself again a little bit. I think I need to learn to not want this attention all the time. I think I need to have a very big change in like the structure of my life.
I think what's really necessary is for you to kind of take some time out to look after yourself. I would really suggest that you maybe come off the dating apps to give yourself a break from that. And also just give yourself a break maybe from dating, just so that you can have some time to find yourself really and enjoy being you, until you're at a stage where you feel like, okay, I can kind of gradually get into a relationship with somebody when you're ready. You know, being just by yourself is enough.
Yeah.
Really lovely to meet you.
Thank you for that today.
Wish you the very best,
Thank
okay?
you.
You take care.
Thank you.
Bye, Matt.
It become very, very clear that I do blame myself massively for a lot of the breakdowns, and guess that I've probably been acting out and I've just had the walls up the whole time because I've never really wanted to deal with the home truths, let's say. All right.
Hey.
How did it go?
It's all right. It's all right.
Good.
Quite clearly, I've been looking for something and I've not found it, so I need to take another massive step back again. I think one of the biggest things is I need to actually learn to love myself again first. We opened some serious doors.
Oh, good. I'm
Shit.
so happy.
Yeah, got a bit emotional, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I think it might be a turning point. I hope it is.
Yeah.
Woo. Best case scenario for me today is find out that I'm absolutely fine still, that I don't have any sexually transmitted diseases. I dread to think what could possibly happen after that. Hey.
Hi, come and have a seat. So we've got the results of your tests. Your gonorrhea and chlamydia was negative, and your HIV and syphilis was also
Fantastic.
negative.
I'm very happy. I genuinely, for a moment, I was like, you can have gonorrhea, you can have something wrong. Absolutely buzzing with that.
Just to explain, the tests that I do are accurate from 2 weeks ago. Tell me, how did it go with Charlene?
It was good, very, very beneficial. We found the root of a few things. I'd say definitely hit the nail on the head that I'm still very angry with myself.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I've definitely got a better understanding of why I behave in the way I do. And I think I have quite a clear understanding of what I now need to start doing.
That's amazing.
I came into it with quite a carefree attitude, thinking it was just going to be a bit of a laugh. And it's been very beneficial. So actually, thanks for having me. I've really enjoyed being here today. It's been great.
It's been absolutely our pleasure. And so hopefully this is maybe the new chapter.
Definitely.
Onwards and upwards.
I want to try and turn a serious page after today, that's for sure. Thank you for having me. Thank you
Safe
very
journey
much.
home.
We opened some serious doors today. Doors that I've never wanted to particularly open, and obviously for good reason, but they were quite clearly the root of my problems. I'm leaving here definitely in a better headspace. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to delete my Tinder and ignore every single person that speaks to me for a couple of weeks. So it's been quite a transition of a day. I'm hoping that today is a huge step in the right direction to changing my behaviour and growing up a little bit more, let's say. If I can say anything to anyone, especially the fellow men out there, don't bottle your shit up. If you think you need help, there's nothing to be embarrassed about with it, because I've had to reach out for help and it's worked.